Welcome back to the Oracle Scroll. Today, we're looking at joy. Hi, I'm Kevin Walder, your host for the Oracle Scroll. And today we're looking at card number 50, Joy. Now, when we think of joy, naturally we sort of think of happiness. But are they really one and the same? Not really. Happiness can be experienced on many, many levels. We can be happy about a wonderful vacation that we're about to take. We can be happy about a new home that we're about to move into. We can be happy about a relationship. Those are somewhat superficial because they are dependent upon the presence of someone or something that will make us happy. We often, here in America, we talk about the pursuit of happiness. If it has to be pursued, we may be looking at the wrong things. And joy will actually show us which are the right things. We might be able to be happy by having something or a position that makes us noticeable to the people around us, maybe even draws a little envy our direction. That may be enough to make us happy, but is it joyful? Is it something that really sparks joy deep in our internal being? These cards, so many of them, so many of these words, we talk about, how deep they are and where they have to originate. They come from deep within us, deep within our well of knowledge, wisdom, and all the other things that go together to make us functional. But joy is something that springs from deep within and allows us to pursue the things that we find to be wonderful, the things that we find to be encouraging, challenging even. But there's still an element of joy that is involved. Maybe a really good example is the job of being a mother. There are moments of supreme happiness, and there are moments of despair and deep regret. Those are just natural feelings that come with the territory. But every single one of those moments, whether they be a challenge or they be a reward, every single one of those moments are full of joy. The joy of filling that role and being that person to another person in this world is something that cannot be compared to just passing happiness. So if we were going to learn anything about this word, it is different than happiness. Happiness can be achieved on a daily basis. Happiness can be achieved from many different areas, but joy has to come from deep within our heart, deep within our gut, so that we experience the feeling of being connected. Now, this is a card 50. The number on the card is 50, so that makes it a 5. And the 5s, typically, are somewhat challenging. So finding our joy is going to be the challenge. And as usual, I always ask, is this something you can help your fellow with? Well, yes and no. It's, again, very much limited. You can encourage, you can demonstrate, you can bring other items to the table for their consideration, but you cannot create joy for another person. Joy has to come from deep within, and it becomes your life work. It becomes your means of living. So when we look at this word, it never means the same after we've thought about it a bit. Joy is imperative. We must have joy in our lives. And sometimes it can be a real challenge to find it. But starting with gratitude, we can begin to build the joy that will underpin everything, every effort we ever make in this life. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Oracle Scroll. Please visit my website at kevinwalder.com, where you can purchase any of the services that I offer. Also, check out my books, Tarot for Lunch, Lessons from the Cards, and 22 Teachers, Healing Lessons from the Major Arcana. Both are available now at Amazon.com. And most importantly, never miss another episode. Click below, click the subscribe button and the bell to make sure you're always up to date.